Okay, problem number 6. I'm going to do the whiteboard because I want to do Sn first, and then I'll work my way backwards to S3, S4, and S5. So let's write this down. I'll go to the whiteboard, and I'll get a whiteboard up here. Whoops, sorry about that. And I'm really looking at this problem over here, which is the sum. Write this down for you. And it's n equals 1. I'm going to say big N, and this is what's known as Sn. And let's write this down. I want to see 4 over n plus 5 minus 4 over n plus 6. Well, I'm going to do some manipulations on it to begin with. I'm going to pull out a 4, and you get the sum, n equals 1 to big N, and then you get 1 over n plus 5 minus 1 over n plus 6. I'm going to try to write this down in orderly fashion. It's 4. I like to do one term at a time. And the first term I'm going to do is, 1 over n plus 5. If I'm starting at 1, I get 1/6. And then I'd get, next term would be, just the first term to talk about, 1/7, 1/8. And I'm going to say yada, yada, yada. And I eventually get to the end. And the end is going to be, what's going to be? Oh, it's going to be 1 over big N plus 5. I'll put that down for you. All right, this ends out here. And let's put the next term down. What's going to be minus, well, let's see, if I start at 1, it's 1/7, right? That'd be minus 1/8, minus 1/9. Boy, I keep going to the end, don't I? So it's going to be 1 over, let's make sure we're saying this right, big N plus 6. All right, I always like to move backwards, too, on the problem. And by doing that, I have to know the pattern. So this will be 1 over n plus 4, and this will be 1 over n plus, let's see, 5, right? Go back 1. So immediately what I'm seeing over here is I'm seeing a really large number of cancellations. For example, this cancels, there would be that would cancel certainly. And I want to go backwards, and I'm seeing that this would cancel, and everything in between cancels as well. And what am I left off with? Let's write this down. I'm left off with 4. And what would you get there? You get 1/6. I'm kind of looking around. And last but not least, you get 1 over big N plus 6. And that's what Sn is. Now, the question is, what was their question? Their question was not Sn. Their question was, and again, I want to point out what Sn is. Sn is 4 times 1/6 minus 1 over n plus 6. Well, they asked some questions over here. What they asked? They asked for S, and I got to look back over my question. S3 is what? Well, I put 3 down, so it's going to be 4, 1/6 minus, well, if it's 3, I'd get, 9. That's not that bad. I want to get a common denominator here. This is 4. Common denominator would be what? That'll be 18, right? You get 3 minus 2, and that's going to be 4/18, right? And what's 4/18? 2/9. I'd recommend looking at the key to verify that they're saying S3 is equal to 2/9, and it does. All right, let's go to the next one. And the next one, they asked for S4. Again, I want to look back at the question, make sure they asked that. They did. And S4 is also pretty easy to compute. It's 4, 1/6 minus 1/10. Well, I got to do the arithmetic again. It's 4. Well, let's see what we get there. I guess 30, right? And that'd be 5 minus 3. And that would be, let's see, 5 minus 3 is 2, 8/30. And that would be 4/15. Again, my recommendation is look at the key to make sure you're looking at 4/15, and I am. And the next question, again, I'm going back over the question, S5 now. Relatively simple. 4, that would be 1/6 minus, well, that's 1 over 11 now, right? Well, a little more complicated in the arithmetic department, but it's still not difficult. I get 66, and then you get 11 minus 6. Oh boy, that's going to be 4. And 11 minus 6 is going to be 5. And that's over 66. And I got to reduce that now because that just doesn't look right. So I'm going to say, let's see, I'll reduce it by 2. So top is 10, and the bottom would be 33. So what do you get over there? 10 over 33. Again, I want to make sure you know that we give you an SQ for a reason. We're going to check out that, and I'm seeing 10 over 33. The other thing they ask, again, I'm looking back over the question, It says calculate S3, S4, S5, and then find the sum. Well, the sum they want me to find is this one over here. N starts at 1, goes off to infinity of this 4 over n plus 5 minus 4 over n plus 6. Well, I don't know. Let's see if we can do that. I'm going to set the limit as the big N goes towards infinity of this Sn problem. And can I do that? I think so. What are you going to get over here? 4. You would get 1/6. Again, I'm looking at Sn here. And then if n goes to infinity, the second term disappears. And what do you get? 4/6. And that would give you 2/3. All right. Again, my encouragement is to look at the key and make sure you can agree with what we're saying. And we're done with that question. Thank you.